Hello everybody, how are you? The sun is setting and let's take this beautiful view to talk a little bit more about Long Beach. This video is 3 of the worst hospitals in Long Beach, California. Guys, healthcare is such a big part of the discussion right now in the United States. Do we try to go for more of a nationalized system or keep it closer to the way it is? Well, in Long Beach, no matter how the healthcare system goes, you want to avoid these three hospitals. And the number one is St. Bleeds. Now, St. Bleeds has been in town for a very long time, guys. The city was founded in 1870. St. Bleeds has been there since 1860. And the record of success for the hospital is sketchy at best. And you ask, well, how did they last for so long if the record isn't that good? Well, I think you're looking at a combination of cooking the books, payoffs, and I would say an excellent local public relations campaign that has painted St. Bleeds as one of the cornerstones of the community. And the thing is, they were there before the city was founded, so a lot of people have knowledge of them and think of them. If they don't have any direct contact with the hospital, they think of them as part of the community. So that has been a cloak that they've hidden behind for many years. And one incident stands out. A guy was at the local basketball game, watching the team there. This was in 1957, and he fell off the upper reaches of the bleachers because he had a little too much liquid excitement, let's say. And he came tumbling down. He landed on a popcorn vendor, and it cut his head completely off his body. So they took the head and the body to St. Bleeds, and miraculously they're able to stitch them back together. And yet, so now you have probably one of the more modern miracle, like a modern miracle. They were able to reattach the head, reattach the breathing apparatus, everything. And it worked. The guy came to in like a week. And yet, when they were wheeling him out to his car, one of the orderlies was playing around and racing through the halls. They came out the wrong door. They ended up on the back loading dock. And he went flying out of his wheelchair. They were just trying to get him to his car. He went flying into the dumpster where he hit his head again. And all the stitches came loose and the head came off the body once again. So things like that, guys, that's why I put it at number 1 in my list of 3 in this case of the worst hospitals in Long Beach. The tendency toward more personalized care across the country is also manifesting itself in Long Beach. And that's a good thing, because you want to get to know your medical professionals, feel like they know you. But this mobile doctor service, have you ever seen these mobile car wash apps? You download an app and you tell them your address. They come out and wash your car right at your place, so you don't have to go in. Well, that's the way this mobile medical care unit operates, and it's called mobile Scobel. And the reason for the name is the originator of the name was Dr. Ian Breaking Bone Scobel, and he was a leader in the dentistry field for a long time. Then he went back to school to learn major surgery, which he did for many years. And then he got into the tech world with some investments and decided to open the Mobile Scoble. Now, there are rumors that they're going to get bought out. The name will be changed to something a little bit more descriptive of what they do. But ego is always a big thing in the medical world with doctors. And hence you got Mobile Scoble. So what's wrong? What's wrong? They come out to your house and they take care of you. It should be easy. Well, they'll come out to your house all right, but the chances are good you're going to end up worse than before you downloaded the app. Okay? Because there was one guy, as an example, there was one guy, he was feeling a little pinch in his kidney. He thought, I might have some kind of, he's a runner. He's like, well, maybe I've what they call, runners call a stitch. And he called Mobile Scoble. Maybe they'll come out, they'll massage it, or they'll give me something. Well, they ended up operating on the guy and removing his kidney right in his kitchen. And hence there's been a lawsuit, and it's a whole mess. There was another guy, he was feeling a little bit of back pain. He called Mobile Scoble. He thought, okay, I'll get some, probably get some Advil or something, or maybe even some ibuprofen, and they'll be on their way. And I don't have to go in, they don't have to come out. Life is good. Well, Mobile Scoble came out there, and the doctor took one look at him without even touching him, and he said, all right, sir, we're going to have to remove your leg. And he's like, no. No, I have some lower back pain. You must have got me wrong with somebody else in the neighborhood, maybe. And he said, no, to relieve your back pain, we're going to have to remove your leg, and then we'll see how you feel. If you feel better, we'll put it back on. Okay, because we know we can isolate the leg and massage the muscles. Well, they removed the guy's leg, and here's the thing. They took off the wrong leg. So, guys, I'm just going to say... guys, you're going to want to avoid that Mobile Scoble unit. Oh, my Lord. And finally, the third hospital, or medical service, let's just say hospital, that you want to avoid there in Long Beach. Well, guys, of course, a lot of the city revolves around the beach itself, and the lifeguards at one time, the 1920s, started their own hospital because they'd bring people in off to surf, they'd save their lives, and there wasn't anywhere to take them. Anywhere close is really the better way to put it. So they built a hospital right there on the beach, and some of the lifeguards were studying at medical school, and they would just doctorize the people right there on the beach. They didn't have the laws that they have now that you can't be a doctor/student you can't be a medical student/lifeguard and do major surgery, but in those days you could. Well, that sort of, let's just say, casual approach to regulations and patient protections is kind of carried on since the 1920s. And at the Beachside Medical Center, what they call the Lifeguard Beachside Medical Center, the name is stuck over all these years. They still practice a casual approach to medicine. I'll give you an example. So some guy came, this is a woman in this case, I'm looking at my notes. A woman walked into the lifeguard at the Beachside Lifeguard Medical Center, and she said, hey, I've been a swimmer for many years. I go every morning to the health center and I get in the pool and I do 50 laps, but my shoulders have been sore for the last month. It has never occurred, and I've been a swimmer all my life. So what can you do? Can you examine me? Can you take a look at me? And one of the student doctors there, they're still, for some reason, operating fully staffed with student doctors and not full medical doctors, but nonetheless, a student doctor slash lifeguard approached her and said, okay, put your hand straight up in the air. And okay, and she did that. Now put them down to your side, okay. And he said, put your left foot in. Yeah. Put your left foot out. Okay, she did that. Now put your left foot in and shake it all about. And so she did that, and he goes, you got okey pokey. She's like, what? Yeah, your shoulders have some okey pokey. I'm going to give you a shot. So he took a syringe the size of a quart of oil, and he shot her both shoulders, and it worked. It worked for about 3 days. And then her arms grew by 17 inches, so her hands were down by her knees. And she ended up suing them because now it threw off her entire swimming stroke. Although it turns out that she was able to do better in her law school that she was going to at night because the teachers could see her more visibly when they asked questions, and she could raise her hand stuck up way above the rest of the class. But guys, that incident right there should give you enough pause to say, all right, I'm going to go somewhere else. So that's going to be number 3 on our list of the worst hospitals in Long Beach. I hope that helps. Guys, do you know any that we should put on the list or a future list? Get on the tweeter, get on the YouTuber, let me know. Or if you just think I'm full of baloney, then you should let me know too, so I can modify my style, get better information, whatever it is. And that way the entire presentation, the content improves for everybody, and the community grows as a result. All right, talk to you.